I'm struggling. I'm struggling today. I'm just gonna be real, y'all. I mean, I shouldn't be struggling, but I am. And this is why. I'm gonna see my family today. I hope for most of y'all, that's something that you look forward to. I hope for most of y'all that it's something that brings and fills you with joy and love and warmth and happiness and security and, you know, all the things that come with having a family. Now, I shouldn't be ungrateful. I shouldn't be acting like this, but I don't know. I can't help it. I can't help it. Without going too much into detail about my family history, because I do intend to elaborate on that. Just a little more in-depth storytelling than just simple YouTube vlogs. Seeing my family today, and it's for a special occasion. My sister, it's her wedding today. I was made aware of this, I think like only after that she had a bachelorette party or something like that. I don't know. Got the invite over email. I haven't talked to my sister, and I mean, I've reached out to her. I've tried reaching out to her. And I got no response for months. I'm gonna go and do my best to cover up all the darkness within me. And try not to let it surface while meeting with my family here in like 4 hours. I mean, obviously, this is causing me a lot of distress. So yeah, my other sister, she had a wedding, and I was only invited like a week before it happened, and it was on a day that I was already scheduled to work. And I wasn't able to take off of work with that short of a notice. So it really felt like I was just not wanted there. It really looked like I didn't do anything to try to make it happen, to get there, to make it there. When I did, I requested off of work, which is all I could do. That happened, I can't even remember when that happened. I think that was like last summer. I wanted to go because that sister of mine, her and I actually have somewhat of a, relationship that's good. Like it's not completely absent. But yeah. This is causing me a lot of distress. Because I can't really handle the kind of small talk that they get into. It's just very surface level. It's very like judgy and like comparative, like, ooh, what are you doing? How do you make your money? How do you make your living? What's going on with you? A lot of fake like checking in, because like I haven't had anyone but my own mom send me emails, and then the sister I have a good relationship with, she sent me a couple of emails, because I don't have a phone plan right now. I'm also not active on like Facebook, and I don't want my family to be in my network of on Instagram, because like I can't freely express myself within my own family structure without ruffling some feathers. That's why it gets a bit difficult for me. Now, again, I understand, like, I shouldn't be feeling this way. Like, I should be grateful that I have a family at all. I should be grateful that my mom and dad are still together. I should be grateful that I still have the opportunity to spend time with them. But here's the thing, like, they don't want to spend time with me, but they act like they do. So it's that acting that I have trouble getting past. Like, I can see right through the mask of what they put on to cover up how they really feel. Yeah, I get treated differently. Because I mean, let's face it, like, I am very different from them. I can't really relate to them. They can't really relate to me. And because of very complex trauma that I've suffered, it makes it even more difficult to connect with them. But yeah, we're gonna try to have a good day. We're gonna try to do something positive today. We're gonna try to stay focused and not let it just throw me down. I obviously need to make some changes in my life because I'm feeling incredibly stuck, bro. I'm feeling so incredibly stuck. I feel like I have so much to do. I feel like I have an overwhelming amount of things that I need to take care of, and I don't even know where to start. I mean, I've already started. I guess it's like part of the whole journey, right? Is like never really get there. It's about, there's no destination to arrive at. It's the journey and how you handle that. I mean, that sounds so cliche, but like I think that's what it's about. It's how you sail the ship. It's not about it's not about whether or not you get to your destination. I think, because we all don't know where we're gonna end up at the end of our lives, but we do know how we can navigate through these choppy waters of life. We have some control over that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do what little I can to take care of my situation here before I leave. Part of the situation I need to take care of is this mess that's on the table. I mean, it's what kind of kitchen table is that? And yes, by the way, I am rocking the candlelight because it's these scrying mirrors that I'm holding in my hand right here that is doing a lot of damage to our health. And speaking of damaging health, or speaking of what's damaging to health, I recently went on a journey to seeing whether or not smoking cannabis is mostly beneficial or mostly harmful to like accomplishing my goals. You know, I've been intending to post a video about smoking cannabis in relation to a person's intent to follow after Christ. Because it has been very unclear to me whether or not this is something that is an activity that's compatible with God's will. And it really does seem like it is compatible, considering that this herb that is consumed is just that, an herb, a green herb, to be specific. What I found, and I'll do a little more in-depth video of this, but just real quick for now, what I found is that it replaces it really like sabotages the reward incentive that you can get from other activities that are like a little more productive to a person's life, because it lends itself to relaxing very hard. And there are times and places for that to occur. So that's why I can't knock it. Like sometimes people need help regulating their nervous system. And I believe that I'm like one of those people. And so what I've come to the conclusion, to shorten this story here, what I'm telling, I've come to the conclusion that it's beneficial in moderate, amounts of consumption. I'm able to control my consumption of it. Like, I'm not addicted to it at all. I just really like it. Like, a lot. I think the mind, the body, and the soul require certain periods of time in a person's life to recharge or recollect energy and to just relax. Now, that isn't to say that I've just been sitting on my butt doing nothing. So I've took this moment, it's been since like September since I've been consuming cannabis and smoking it specifically. And so like some of the negative things that I've found are decreased lung capacity. Like, it really does restrict, and I don't know if this is because of like the substance itself or because it like trains the body to have shallower breaths because of the intense relaxation that it induces. And by intense relaxation, I mean like really good relaxation. It lends itself to an increase in appetite and food intake, which for a lot of people is actually a benefit. But for me, I personally like to stay light. I like to stay low calorie because I'm not trying to bulk. I'm not doing anything too intense. Like, skateboarding, as intense as it looks, is really just a bunch of squats. And then like you're taking impacts every now and then. You really just need an increase in lung capacity, which like smoking seems to decrease that. So, and then increase food intake and appetite. So it like really lends itself to like being a couch idiot. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Sometimes we need this like period of relaxation. And then it also slows the recovery process. Is kind of what I've noticed. And this is smoking it. I'm not talking about just the overall consumption of it. Because I firmly believe that the best way to do it is through, orally administering the substance. So because of these three things, like these are the three reasons that I don't particularly want to make it like a habit, because I need to develop healthy habits. And healthy habits start with, the body and paying attention to its needs in relation to how you live your life and your lifestyle. Like, I think smoking cannabis daily wouldn't be a problem for someone who codes for a living, sits in front of a computer and like does that type of work, because it has an incredible use for focusing efforts. So here's some of the positive benefits that I've experienced in these last 2 months. I have noticed an increase in focus and I guess dedication to the goals that I do set. So really these past 2 months, I've really only just kind of been taking advantage of the very nice weather we've been having here in Texas. I think in the past fall seasons, I've just had other things going on in my life, and this is like the first time I think in a long time since like 2022. Yeah, so 2 years, I guess. where, you know, I didn't really have something that would like take me away from me being able to go skate. So yeah, I took advantage of this very, very nice weather we've been having for the past 2 months. That's kind of all I wanted to do, is like, okay, get the body reconditioned to skate every day, get those muscles conditioned, get the balance, center balance and stuff like that. And what I've noticed through these past 2 months is that my core has weakened since like 2 years ago. So I need to get up on my core workout. So instead of rolling one up, I can instead use that time to go and do some sit-ups and like work on my core. Now, a lot of people could say like, oh, why not do both? Well, here's the reason. The high just gets canceled out the moment you start working out. You get that runner's high, that cardio high. It really just kind of defeats the purpose of even smoking in the first place. It's something to relax your nervous system, not like, I don't know. It's like when you're working out and your nervous system ain't relaxed, so it makes no sense to do it while you're working out. I know that some people like doing that. That's fine. Whatever works for you works for you. I've been in gyms before and been incredibly fucking baked, and it was great. I get it, but like same thing like with like hiking in the mountains. It makes no sense to go and like bring some herb and smoke it in the mountains because you're getting high off that hike. So yeah, it don't really make sense. It really just makes sense for like, you know, at the end of the day, you're winding down. It's a nice little way to cap off the day. But I guess I forgot to mention another negative side effect of smoking cannabis is it's like bad dental health. You know, like, and all your health starts here in the mouth. So like, you really got to take care of your dental health to have, you know, really good health everywhere else in your system. So that's another reason why I'm gonna have to like put that down for regular use and just reserve it for special occasion. But so another positive side effect that I've seen, you know, that relaxed nervous system, and I've seen its benefits manifest in my skateboarding. So like before, when I was sober, my movements were a little bit like twitchy and like too coerced, too strained, and too like tense. I think like I was too like I was hyper focused, I guess. So, you know, where I said that it helped me focus, it like helped me it helped me like expand the aperture of my focus instead of like having it as a nanometer aperture of focus. So it's like relaxed my focus. Like I was too focused before, and you know, it was just there was too many blinders up on my vision of where I'm going in life. I needed to like take those blinders off so I could see a little bit more, because I was like too hyper focused on whatever I'm doing in life. Let's see what else. I've noticed an increase in sociability. So like I've been able to socialize a little easier with people. Just overall, like I've been more content, more relaxed. I've been able to experience more wonder and joy and peace. I'm not as anxious. I'm not as, like I said, hyper focused on my anxieties. So there are benefits to it. And, you know, if I can do it without smoking it, and just, if I could be prescribed it, that would be great. I think it would do a lot of good for me. because I do tend to hyper focus on things, and I've always done this, always. And hyper focusing on things can have its downfalls. But yeah, I guess, you know, it's been an experiment, because, you know, for so long in my life I consumed it daily up until pretty recently. I've just been experimenting with sobriety. There needs to be a balance between the two. I can't just go, it's not a binary thing for me. I can't just be completely abstinent from its consumption. I can't be completely on it either. Like, it's not, that doesn't go well. So I need to find a balance between it, and I think that should be fine. But, you know, one thing I did notice too through all this focus is that on you know, skating and stuff, is that I have fallen away from being in the Word. I don't know where or why that is. I think it may be because of the energy that I'm picking up at skate park and out and about in life. It's like pulling me away from the Word. I don't think it can be solely attributed to my consumption of cannabis, but I think it did maybe contribute a little bit to it because of that relaxed state that it put me in. Because, you know, God's Word is refreshing in and of itself. It does have the ability to provide a satiation for the soul. But I think when you introduce something that can pharmacologically, physiologically induce that level of relaxation that His Word brings, it just starts to replace all the things that are good in a person's life, like actually good. So like if I continue down the path I'm going, because I haven't skated in about a week, and that's mostly because I skated really hard for about 2 months straight every day, with the exception of one sickness. I got like some kind of like sinus infection, so I like did some aggressive recovery during that period of time. It was like about 3 days, and I came back with that swimming pool edit. And then I continued to skate really hard. And then I did this one thing that took me like an hour and a half, and I just kept slamming, dude. Just kept slamming over and over again, and it like really messed up my, like I took a pretty hard slam on my left butt cheek, and yeah, that hurt. But I think I'm pretty fully recovered right now. It hasn't even been a week since then, so really, yeah, I've just been kind of like, but yeah, if I continued this pattern, I probably would just like go get some bud, come back, roll one up, and then like not clean, not take care of the chores that I need to take care of, and like write. And so that was another positive thing, and also negative thing is like I'm writing, I'm like slowed down enough to where I can sit still for long enough to like produce content, generate content. But it slows me down too much to the point where like I can't do all the things. I can't do my chores, I can't go skate, and I can't produce content. I mean, I probably could if I really tried. If I really, really tried. But you know, everyone's got their demons that they're battling. So I am making progress in the way of being able to not depend on anyone or anything for my level of contentment in life. I know I can always go to God and talk to Him and let him know how I'm feeling. I mean, he already knows how I'm feeling, what I'm going through, because I am his creation, so he knows. But it's good to acknowledge him every now and then when you're going through life. And by every now and then, I mean daily. We should be going to him daily and humbly. But anyway, I think I'm kind of drawing this on a little longer than I wanted to. I'll wrap this video up with me accomplishing one of these goals that I have, which is, a chore. I need to take care of this table. It's cluttered, and I need to maintain a clean living environment, because I think part of getting out of depression is not letting it affect you to the point of having an inability to improve your living standards or improve your living situation. Like right here in this room, it's kind of like my storage / laundry room. And I need to fold clothes. This is kind of how I just do laundry. These are the clean clothes. These are the dirty clothes. And oh, by the way, these clothes right here are Depop clothes. These aren't mine. I'm gonna sell them eventually. One of these days. And what stopped me from doing that is that I just feel like there's like this voice in my head, and it's not like audible or anything like that, but it's like this nagging thought in my head that says like, no one's gonna buy those clothes if you post them. Because I did try to post some things on Facebook Marketplace. No one really hit me up for that. Some high dollar stuff too, like technical equipment and stuff. But I don't really know how to sell things online. Like, I don't know how to do that. It's not like people aren't hitting me up to buy what I got. So it just kind of like shot me down before I even really started trying to sell things online. These pieces of wood right here go to the interior of my van. These are gonna be the walls in my van. I've been carrying that around for years now. So that's like one thing. Here, let's walk over to get my tripod. Oh, it's a beautiful day today. It's actually kind of warm. Looks like it's pretty windy. Oh yeah, it's always windy on a Sunday. Y'all already know about that. I need to finish my van, y'all. Like, it's becoming another place to like store things, and that's not what I intended for. But I am making progress though. I have your boy is officially a licensed electrician, so that's pretty awesome. I really need to finish this thing right here. That's this compost bin that I started building. I made a video for it. I never posted it because I didn't get like all the content that I wanted. So with that being said, let's get something productive going on today. Let's get this table cleaned, and let's go to this wedding here, and let's have a good day. Let's choose to have a good day. Let's be intentional about the day we're about to have, and let's not be hard on ourselves for when things don't go the way that we wanted them to go. Just enjoy the ride for today, and maybe I'll include y'all in the wedding as well. Give y'all updates on that. So I hope y'all are doing good. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate y'all. It means a lot to me. I mean, I'm very grateful that you're tuning in. I really am. I have a lot of stuff that I'm working on. And right now it's mostly strategy and trying to figure out how to do it right and do it the best that I can. Because execution matters. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later.